Hey YouTube, in this video I'm gonna replace my drive belt. It broke on my drive home. Fortunately it broke right I was pulling in the garage. As you can see, part of the belt here from the rib section split off longwise, and so I ordered the part from Rockauto. They had the best prices. It was only like $20, and their shipping cost was reasonable. I think I paid $3, and it's the same brand as the OEM Porsche. It's by Continental, and the Porsche brand runs a lot more for, I think, this exact same part. I think it was $80. So anyway, I'm gonna take off the intake. This part just lifts up, and then I gotta loosen the clamp to the intercooler intake hose so I can get this white pipe out of the way to remove the rest of the airbox. So I gotta loosen the clamp, this clamp here, that clamp, and then take it apart to gain access. So here's the belt I got. There's the part number. The original that's on there, actually, let me focus, is it says 62288, but the chart shows this is the replacement for a 997 turbo. So I guess 3mm difference, I guess shouldn't really matter too much. But okay, I'm gonna start removing the air box. This lifts up. It's just held by clips like that. So I'm gonna remove this Y pipe. Loosen this connector, this mass airflow connector. There we go. Okay, this part is loose. Okay, that part is loose. Okay, so I found it's a little easier if you pinch the hose really hard to get it off. So, and it just sits in these rubber grommet. There's a little bit of oil there and here, so I'm gonna wipe that off, clean the oil off, so that the hose that stays on better. Okay, next looks like I gotta remove these hoses here, these two, and this looks like the air intake, and a couple of these connectors. One on each side. This one looks like you just squeeze here and it comes off. Yeah, which it does. Like that. Squeeze it from top to bottom. There's a rib edge. And there's a worm clamp here, so we're gonna loosen that. Trying to see if there's a, yeah, that looks like remove this worm clamp here. this just slips off like so. Hope you can see that, but then I'm gonna do the same on this side. Unplug the harness, move it out the way, and then another worm clamp. These doesn't have to be too tight because these are not under boost. Should just lift up. Yep, which it does. And then just pull it out like so. There we go. There you go. Oh, okay. Now, as you can see, we have better access. And you can see where the belt broke. So the belt that you see here, I did cut it, so it wasn't like this. Same with these. So it's separated like so. And again, I just cut these off in half. So looks like the tensioner bolt is 15 millimeter. Some of the forums I've read it to use 24 or 30. I'm guessing maybe for that bolt, but it's hard to access that bolt, and this 15 millimeter seems to work. To release the tension, as you can see here. I wish I had a little longer wrench, which may try to find a longer for better leverage. So the 15 millimeter combination wrench did work to loosen the tension on the belt. I got part of it off. I'm just gonna make sure I remember how it routes before I completely remove it. I do have this diagram from the Rock on one of the forums, so I'm gonna follow this. So here's the old belt. As you can see, it was I inspected it a few months ago when I changed the air filter, and it looked fine. I don't see any real cracking or wear. Okay, it looks like the tensioner looks fine. I don't see very much play on these three tensioner. This is the air conditioner. This is the power steering pump. And what's interesting is the alternator has some kind of a clutch mechanism here. I took this cap off to take a look, and it looks fine. It does make a little noise if I push it in and out like that, but I'm guessing as long as I'm thinking that should be okay. I don't see any play going up and down, side to side. And looks like this pulley down here is the water pump. Check the coolant hose. Looks good, so I'm gonna go ahead and route the new belt, or try to anyway. Start with the water pump, looks like, then to the next idler or tensioner. So I got it slipped into the water pump. There's not much clearance, so I had to use something like this to just help push it down through. So next is over this tensioner and over the crankshaft pulley. Okay, I got it around the crankshaft pulley. Just took a little bit of finagling. Now got it going around the power steering and trying to wrap it around this tensioner. And it wraps over the air conditioner compressor, and then over the alternator and around this tensioner. So just need to check everything, loosen this tensioner, and wrap this belt around this pulley. Okay, instead of using a combination wrench to the tensioner, which is kind of getting in the way, I'm going to use this breaker bar socket instead, which seems to work better with a little extension, as you could see, hopefully. It's really tight. Okay, I think I almost got it. Yeah, that was the trick. Using this breaker bar made it easier to hold it in place without, and then just make sure that doesn't slip. I had the combination wrench slipped on me, and luckily it was, I didn't hurt my finger. Okay, this one is still off by one groove. There we go. Now just gotta make sure it all lines up before I release it. Looking and slowly releasing it. Checking, make sure everything's inside the pulley. And I think that's it. All right. Okay, as you can see, I got it in place, and then just basically routing the belt. It wasn't too bad, just took a little time, and so the rest I'm just gonna put everything back and then start it up and check it. you.